Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to talk about my whole wedding dress shopping experience in New York. Some of you may know I am engaged. I've been engaged since November of last year, so 2019. My fiance basically told me that we were going to his company holiday party, but really we were actually going up into the penthouse room at Soho Grand Hotel, and that is where he proposed to me. So we met, let's see, like 3.5 years ago. We met on Super Bowl Sunday. I was meeting some of my girlfriends at the bar, and then Jacques happened to be sitting next to me after I walked in, sat down. We didn't really talk or anything. I just remembered like, oh my god, this guy is so cute. So luckily Jacques had a friend that was working behind the bar, and he like nonchalantly made us, me and my girlfriends, mix shots and then sent it to us saying that was from Jacques. So then Jacques and I were sitting next to each other, then that kind of like broke the ice, and then we started talking and then exchanged phone numbers, and the rest is history. So now I'm engaged, and March, so what's March, April, May, June, like 3 months ago, right before all this like self-quarantine and coronavirus happened, my mom and my sister flew in from Arizona to go wedding dress shopping with me. It was a super last minute thing. Like, I initially was going to go dress shopping by myself or with my fiance, which I am so happy that we did not end up doing that, because it would be kind of like sad that Jacques would know what my dress would look like, and then it just wouldn't be a surprise. All of my girlfriends lived on the West Coast, so I didn't want to ask them to fly all the way here, and I honestly kind of made last minute appointments just as like a preliminary try on. I didn't really think that I would find my dress this time, but I actually did, so that was really good. I was never the girl who dreamt of what her wedding would look like. I sure did have a Pinterest folder of like inspiration or like decor things and like bridesmaid dresses and like wedding dresses I liked on other girls, but I never really had an idea of what I wanted my wedding dress to look like. So I honestly didn't really do much research. It was a last minute decision that my mom and my sister came into the city to see me try on dresses with me. So I quickly made appointments at 3 places. Appointment at the Berta Showroom in New York, I made one at Kleinfeld, and then I made one at Saks. All super different places. So the first place that we went on to Friday was the Berta Showroom. I knew that the Berta Showroom mainly had all sample sizes, so it was either a size 2 or a size 4. I was being very ambitious and super hopeful that I would be able to squeeze myself in a size 4, but like some of them I could, but it was like very small. And then plus these are, what are they called? They're like samples. So these dresses have been through like photo shoots on actual models, and then they bring it to this showroom and you can buy it at a discounted price, which I actually had no idea that was the case. I just thought it was like kind of like their showroom and they showcased just sample size dresses, but they were relatively new. This was not the case. I was kind of disappointed. It was the first place that I visited to try on dresses, so I feel like just excitement. So I was like excited to see all these dresses, but now looking back at it, the dresses were actually so bad, like just in such bad condition where you can't even try it on. So I'll put maybe like the videos on this side, I'll do like little snippets. So when you walk in, it's basically just like a walk up in Soho and like a desk with girls. It's like a very warehousey feeling. It's not like boutique-y at all. So you walk in and they just have like a long rack of just a bunch of dresses. So my first impression was like, oh my god, there are so many options. And really there were a lot of options if you were like stick thin, but I'm definitely not that. So I tried on a bunch. They basically just had me pull a bunch of dresses that I liked, and then you could just try them on. So the first one that I tried on was very similar to the one that I had seen on Instagram and I saved, and I was like, okay, I definitely want this one. This one is very similar. I saw it in a few Instagram posts and I tried it on and I really, really liked it. I think what was wrong with this one was that there was like a tear or something on the side seam. So the girl said that you could fix it, but I don't know. This dress wasn't like my size and it looked really beautiful. It was the first dress I tried on and I did really like it, but I think the tears just kind of was like, man. So that was the first dress I tried on. And then the second one I tried on, it was a lot more simple. It had the lace sleeves, more like solid kind of like fabric, white. That was really beautiful, but I think this one also had a huge rip like on the side. There's no way that you could fix it. I honestly don't even know why they put it on the floor to sell. That's like, it was, yeah. And it was like really, really tight for me. I don't think I would be comfortable wearing this throughout the night. And then the third dress that I tried on was this really pretty like long sleeve mesh sleeve, and it had like lace applique sparingly throughout the sleeves, and then it had mesh all the way to the bottom, and then lace applique like embroidery just embroidered all over, and then it was see-through towards like the middle part, and then at the train it was like all lace. So all of the dresses that I tried on here had a very minimal train, which is what I thought I wanted. 3 dresses there. Disappointed. The dresses just like were old and there were holes in it, and obviously size 2, size 4 is not me, and yeah, no. So that was a no. It was fun. It was a fun experience. So that was the first day. Next day was the day I think I was like more excited about. We were going to Kleinfeld and then we were going to Saks. So 2 completely different things. I actually never watched Say Yes to the Dress. Impression walking in. It was a madhouse. We went on Saturday, which is like, it probably doesn't help. It's in, I think, kind of near Flatiron. I'm not exactly sure what the area is called, but like it was walking distance from my old apartment. And so we walked into Kleinfeld. We had a reservation, and it was like literally every girl and their mom and their grandma sitting in the waiting room waiting to try on dresses. I've never seen anything like it. It was very overwhelming and not something that I wanted my dress shopping experience to be, but I was sucked it up and I got assigned to this lovely guy who helped me pick out dresses. I feel like that's like one thing I didn't really like about Kleinfeld, is that you have to trust the stylist to pick out dresses that you would try on. Like, I kind of wish I was able to walk around and like pull dresses that I like. They only have like a certain number of dresses on the floor, but then they also have like a back warehouse where they pull more dresses from. So that's what this guy did. I feel like the ones that he pulled for me was pretty, but I feel like if I were to pull them myself, I know myself the best and I would be able to pull more dresses that I like. Pulled like a bunch of dresses and then we edit down. So I edited it down to 4 dresses that I really liked. And the first one I tried on was pretty, but it honestly kind of felt a little like prom dress. The train was kind of like this tulle, like a white tulle, but it had like sparkles on it, and that was something that I didn't like. And like it had like weird poofy ruffling going on, like right on top of my butt. My mom really liked it, but I feel like our expectations were really low because of Berta the last day. All the dresses were kind of shitty, so this was like a new experience. Second dress, kind of like a corset top, lace, and then it had like cutouts on the waist, and then it hugs you, and then it kind of has like a little train. So this one is pretty. It kind of looked a little bit like underwear, like undergarment. I actually only ended up trying 3, not 4. So the last dress I tried on was actually the one that I was going to pick. Like, out of all the dresses that I tried on at Berta and at Kleinfeld, this is the one that I was going to pick if I didn't go to Saks. So this one was different. It's kind of like a see-through. It had all this embellishment on it, and it was a really pretty like V-neck, and it was a little see-through towards the end, which I really liked. You could line it, but I didn't know if I wanted to line it because I liked how like my legs were showing through. So I think at first I tried this on with just the dress, and I was like, you know, it's not that, I don't know if it's anything really special. But the man that was helping me get dressed, he was saying that you need to put a veil on. If you're gonna wear a veil, you have to put a veil on because it really does change the look of the dress. And I think that's like one of the best advice that he gave me, was trying on the dress with a veil, because it really does make a big difference. This dress was kind of like mediocre when I tried it on without the veil, but then once you put the veil on, it just seems so much more bridal, and the dress honestly seemed even more beautiful. So I really did like this dress. I feel like I was like happy and excited when I put it on, but I wasn't like so happy and like giddy inside. So yes, this is the last dress that I tried on at Kleinfeld. I felt good about it. My mom felt good about it. My sister did too. And this could have been my wedding dress, but it's not. And then we went to Saks. The reason why I booked a Saks appointment was because Berta was doing a trunk show at Saks. So a little bit about Berta is they are a brand from Israel, and they don't have like an actual store in New York. The only store that they have is their Berta Showroom, which is a place that I went to on Friday. And they only have sample sizes, like none of their new collections there. It's pretty much all the old previous past collections in sample sizes that models have worn in photo shoots or like video shoots. So when I booked Saks, I knew I wanted to try on Berta dresses just to see. So I had this dress in mind. I told you kind of like in the beginning of the video, I really love this dress. It was a dress that I knew I tried on, I would absolutely love, and it would be my wedding dress. Luckily that dress was there, and it was the first dress that I pulled. Again, you walk in, wait for your appointment, and then they don't have that many racks up front. They have probably a total of like 4 or 5 racks that you can choose from. So what I did was went through the racks and then pulled all the dresses that I wanted to try on. In the back room, they also had more, so that's nice. But I went through the rack. They had a whole huge rack of new Berta dresses that you can try on. So I immediately pulled these. These dresses are like normal people size, so they're a little bit bigger, but then they just clip you in, so you can see like what it looks like if it were to be fit to you. So the first dress that I tried on was this one, which was my absolute dream dress. It was so beautiful. I was in love. It just is so simple, long sleeve. I love like the delicate lace, the applique, everything. It's just so beautiful, long sleeve, and I really liked it. Obviously you can kind of tell, I don't know if you can tell, but the sleeves are not like snug on me because it wasn't the right size, but the lady said that you get the dress in, I think, shipped from Israel, and then you go in October and then they'll start fitting you. And I guess one of the seamstress at Saks is like one of the best ever in the city, so I was happy that I would be able to work with her because she would really make and mold the dress to my body and make it fit to me better. So okay, loved that dress, and then I tried on another dress. Tip number 2, don't be so closed-minded. I know some of you guys might have a folder full of dresses that you think you want. I thought I would want a very simple, sleek, minimal dress that was like, that hugged my body, like probably strapless. I knew the style that I wanted, but I didn't know like exactly what I liked. So at first, this lady, she's like this little old lady. She's literally the cutest person ever, and I really, really love her. She was so sweet, very accommodating. I would 100%, if I had to go back again, I would request her to have her. I need to remember her name so I can put her down below, but she was the best. Yeah, tip number 2, don't be so close-minded, be open-minded. She went in the back and pulled, just based off of my feedback and like the dresses that I had tried on already with her, based on my feedback, she went back and she pulled, I would say like 5 dresses, 5, 6, 7 dresses for me, and she brought them in, and I kind of looked at my mom and I was like, oh, I don't know if I like this, I don't know if I like that. But the dress that I ended up picking for my wedding was a dress that I kind of frowned upon, but she was the one that pulled it out. I probably would never have tried this on if it weren't for her. So that is my second tip, is just to be open-minded, because you never know what the dress looks like on you until you try it on. So don't be too picky until you try on the dress and you for sure know that you don't like it. So she pulled, this is one of the dresses she pulled. It was kind of like a more classic style. It wasn't really me, I didn't like it, but I tried it on anyways. It was this like strapless, more like contour to your body dress, and then it flared out towards the bottom, and it has this beautiful, delicate, dainty train, really beautiful. I put the veil on, wasn't my thing, fine, but I'm happy that I tried it on. And the next one actually reminds me so much of Kim Kardashian West's dress that she wore when she married Kanye. I actually really, really liked this one. It's so different and so unique. I loved the fabric of it. It was a very heavy dress, and since my wedding is going to be in April of next year in Arizona, there's no way that I would be able to wear this dress during that time, because it'll probably be like 70, 80 degrees and I'll be sweating my face off. So this would be a really pretty option if I have like a fall wedding or something, but it was also kind of like a little too conservative, and yeah, but in person it was so beautiful. And the train was like insane. It was really, really pretty. My sister and my mom like absolutely loved this one. Next one that she pulled for me, a girl outside of my room actually was trying this on, and it looked so pretty on her, and I wanted to try it, but it was a little too simple for me, and it just didn't look good on me. I tried it on, didn't really like it, but happy that I tried it on just to know like what it would look like. The back was also, it was kind of like a smaller train, just super simple, nothing special for me. And then another dress I tried on, this was the second to last dress that I tried on, the last one being the one that I actually chose. This one was definitely not my style, but tried it on anyways. It was cute, fun, it kind of had like a lace top, and then a satin like belt that you can put on or like remove, and then a satin train. Yeah, not my style, but I tried it on and it was fun. I wish I could show you my dress that I choose, but I'm not gonna show you. So basically this dress, like I said, it was one that she pulled for me, and the moment that we tried it on, my mom was like, Charlene, I feel like my heart is beating out of my chest. Like, she just loved it so much, and I really, really did love it too. I think it was like one of my favorite ones that I tried on. I still kind of in the back of my head, I was like, oh, I kind of do love the one that I came into Saks trying, the long sleeve one that I showed, the first one that I wore. But my mom just was so over the moon about this, which made me over the moon about it. So I was like, okay, this has to be the dress. Like, I feel like this dress had the best reaction about it, and I'm honestly so happy that I chose this dress that I did, because it's an April wedding, so I feel like it would be more like breathable. I don't want to give too many details, but it's not a long sleeve. The first one that I wanted was a long sleeve, so I feel like that would be too hot, but the train is like magnificent. So I'm really excited to show you guys, but I won't be able to reveal it until next year. But yeah, so that was my wedding dress experience. I definitely didn't have like a crying moment of trying it on. I feel like that's kind of like a movie thing where that happens in the movies but not really in real life. Like, or maybe my mom and my sister and I are just like not super emotional in that way. Like, we were just very, very happy and over the moon that we found my dream dress. But yeah, none of us shed a tear. It's kind of funny. We were talking about it in the car. We were like, is it weird that we didn't cry? Like, none of us cried, but I feel like that's just like the way we are. All in all, I am so happy, and I'm so grateful that my mom and my sister flew to New York last minute to try on dresses with me. It luckily happened like right before, literally the weekend before coronavirus and like the self-quarantine hit in New York. So I'm really happy that I was able to find my wedding dress like right before all this happened, because honestly, if I had waited a week, I still probably wouldn't have a dress right now, and that's really scary. So 3 key takeaways from my experience was to 1, go with a close group of girls. You don't need every single girl in your group of friends. If you can, go with your mom or sister or both, like how I did. You can go with your best girlfriend, maybe bring like 2 or 3 tops. I wouldn't do more than 3, because I feel like after that it'll just be too many opinions, and you don't want to drown out your own opinions. You want people who have the best interest in you and have truthful advice and opinions. And the second takeaway is to try your dress on with a veil. If you are planning on wearing a veil for your wedding, definitely try on the dress with a veil, because the veil really adds so much extra to it, and it just makes the dress look that much better. So yeah, second takeaway, try your dress on with a veil if you are wearing a veil for your wedding. And then third takeaway is to be open-minded. If I was not open-minded, I wouldn't have tried on the dress that I ended up choosing for my wedding. I was very thankful. At first, I was like, I don't know how I feel about her just like pulling dresses that I don't know if I'm gonna love, but she did, and I tried them on even though I didn't think that I would like them. But because I was open-minded, I was able to find the dress that I want to wear for my wedding. So those are my 3 main takeaways. It was such a fun experience, and I'm so happy that I was able to do it with my mom and my sister. And yeah, so I hope you guys liked this video. Sorry it's of me talking for like 15 minutes, but yeah, it was a really fun experience, and I hope that you were able to learn a lot of things here for your wedding or your future wedding, whatever it may be. But yeah, that's my experience, and I hope you guys liked it. Bye guys!